We're going to talk to this man about the Fifth Crusade. Sir, how do you feel about the Fifth Crusade?
I feel the Fifth Crusade was a foolish attack on the Muslim world to regain their power because throughout the attack was just poorly planned by the Christian Crusaders. They got all the way to where they got all the way to Jerusalem and they ran out of food. Like everyone knows the first thing of conquest, you have to have enough supplies, and they just didn't have that.
And given the previous Crusades, do you think the Christians should have attempted the Fifth Crusade?
Not even a little bit. They keep attempting to capture their holy lands. Their holy lands that happen to be, partially our holy lands too. And they keep recapturing it and losing it and recapturing it and losing it. It's a bunch of, like pointless bloodshed pretty much. They should just, settle the peace and come to an agreement. Instead, their popes are sending out people to, fight for a religious cause when it's really not religious. And this one in general it lost its holy aspect because the Pope, the Pope's leaders of his empire were all busy fighting each other. So what ended up happening is the Pope had to pretty much bribe the average citizen to fight it. So they weren't fighting it for holiness; they were fighting for a paycheck.
And what is your opinion on the Christians as a survivor of the Fifth Crusade, keeping in mind your knowledge of the previous Crusades?
Basically, that I've basically stated my opinions. They're foolish people the way they've planned their Crusades. They've planned it so they'll gain the Holy Land for a small amount of time, but in the end they just don't. They can't hold it. So I don't know. You think after the second or third time they'd give up, but 5 times later they're still trying to fight the same war that they keep winning and losing, ultimately not getting the final goal. They get a piece of the pie, but not the whole pie.
And what is your opinion of Sultan al-Adil?
I mean, he's a very versatile leader. I mean, these guys, the Crusaders, completely surprised us in Egypt, and when they came, they just, Sultan al-Adil was able to quickly mount an attack without much planning at all, and not only was he able to defend the city, he was able to push them back and swing the war in our favor. Basically, that shows he's not only a great leader, he's very versatile, and he's a great strategist.